Hey there, freedom lovers. Got a brand new product for you, the new Glock 42. Just got it in this morning. Want to thank BDC Gunroom for letting me borrow this in Shawnee, Oklahoma. We're pretty excited about this product. It's a brand new pistol from Glock. For years, the public outcry has asked them for a 9mm subcompact carry gun. What do they give us? A 380. So, you know, with all that said, let's get started. You get all of your normal Glock essentials, gun lock, case, you know, cleaning brush, whatever. This is where the action's at, so we'll just set that aside. 2 6-round capacity magazines. Let's do a safety check. They went with a Gen 4 stipple design, which I expected. It feels good in the hand. It's grippy. It works. They went with the larger magazine catch or magazine release, and it works real well. It's unobtrusive, low profile, reversible. On the ergonomics here, they also increased the length of the beaver tail. That works for those bigger handed shooters that really like to get up on the back side of the gun and won't get snake bit. Works real well. 5.5 pound trigger, 5.6 actually, from the factory, expected from, you know, Glock. When you feel it, hold it, and touch it, and shoot it, you'll be like, that's a Glock. You know, it's just in 380, and you know, it's the same everything that you know and love from Glock. It's just smaller. It's actually kind of cute. Yeah, I just said that. It is so little. My wife was holding it, and it just looked adorable in her hands. But you get those same sights that everybody knows and loves. The ball in the bucket. This is a proprietary rear sight. It is actually narrower than a regular Glock sight. That's due to the narrow nature of the gun. The width of the gun is, let's see, 0.94 inches, so it is just under 1 inch. The length, 5.94 inches in length, almost 6 inches long, and the height is, with the magazine in, is 4.13 inches tall. So there's your dimensions. If you want a real world reference, there's an iPhone. It gives you an idea of how big it is. That works real well. This is the first 380 to be introduced from Glock that can be imported in the United States. This one's no longer an import because it's made here, which is awesome. You know, I like American-made guns, even though it's a Austrian design. Here is a Glock 17 Gen 3 full size, and you can tell how big it is, you know, by there. That helps. This also has been already press checked, but that is a reference size, you know, and you guys can see all that you need to see there. Another thing that they contoured is the frame right here. Basically what it did was make the slide lock not stick up so high. You can see that right there. Yeah, that just kind of gates it a little bit and gives it a little bit smoother transition. And they did it on both sides. One of the guys at my shop, he was a little annoyed that they still kept the square trigger guard. He's one of the fans that feels that it doesn't need to be there. I know everybody doesn't feel that way, but he'll just Dremel his off, not a big deal. Let's take this apart. They went with the double recoil spring. I figured they would. It's a good system now that they work the kinks out, and it just works. So soft shooting, 380 is pretty soft shooting anyway, but I equate a lot of this to this spring right here. This works real well in the spring, the double recoil spring assembly. You know, standard Glock barrel, nothing special there. It's just chambered in 380. Another thing they change, or one of the things they change, is this firing pin block. You can see it is no longer a perfect circle. It's more like a oblong oval shape. I'm sure due to the very narrow nature of the gun, they had to change that for some reason or another. I'm sure it was a good reason. Another thing they changed is if you look at the back of the trigger right here, there is no longer a spring. I just reset the spring for you, or the trigger bar. But it's no longer behind the trigger. It is now underneath the trigger bar. So that's one of the things that they changed. As far as accuracy in this gun, really good. We were pleasantly surprised on how accurate it was. One of my buddies out there, he shot like 4 shots inside of a group that big. I shot 2 groups on those orange 1-inch dots, and I hit that twice. So I was pretty impressed with it. I might throw in some pictures so you guys can kind of check out what that looks like, what those groups look like. But there is the brand new Glock 42.
Is that where you want to be when Jesus comes back?